Okay, I'm doing my topic for my speech on the youth gang murders for the Chapter 9 Children Who Kill, because even before taking this class or anything reading in the book, I already knew and heard a lot about like gang violence involving a bunch of kids or adolescents, so I thought I'd do this topic. I mean, it's said that many people who studied adolescent homicide, especially those aging from like 14 to 17, they saw that there was a really big increase in homicides in adolescence that involved gang-related crime. They even said that there was more crime and killing from children from gangs than there was from non-related gang activity, which is a big thing, which means a lot of kids, especially younger ones, are getting involved with gang activity because as a kid, this is what I think at least, it's really just, you can get mixed into the wrong crowd easily. I think most people know that. I mean, as a kid, your head is a lot more immature and you could easily be dyed any color by people that are around you, and society can really just shape you. And they said that especially in like the 1990s when they were studying it, when everybody was studying that they said that there was a big just increase in the gang related crime, and there was a lot of homicides in the streets, and they said that there was a lot of connection with the gangs that they think would be drug trafficking. And they said that with the changes in the crack cocaine market and the reduction of gang wars over territory, that there was three main reasons that they think that the violence was so high with the kids and the adolescents. And the first reason was that the pharmacological effects of drugs may contribute to violent behavior committed by the offender, which means that when the drugs are in your system, I mean, it messes with your head and just makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do, especially if you're a kid and then your immune system isn't that great. And then second was that drug users may commit crimes so that they can afford to buy their drugs, which is very heard of even in adults, is that drugs are expensive and they're going to run out of money, so they need to get money any way they can as fast as they can so that they can get their fix. And I mean, an easy way of doing that would just be to take it from somebody. And when you're a kid, you're not gonna, I mean, you should know better, but a lot of kids, especially in the ones with gangs, are told that it's okay and that they can just do whatever they want. And the third reason was that violence is commonly used by those in the illegal drug business to secure and maintain territory for drug sales, or as a way of deterring those in the business from violating business norms. I mean, the first part of that sentence is, I mean, it's heard of all the time that people use violence in this territory, like assert their dominance, kind of like, hey, this is my territory, these are my drugs. And the conflict between that, because like I said before, the drugs get in your system, make you do things you don't want to do. You want the drugs, you want to continue to have them, and there's going to be like clashes in between people that want the drugs in that territory or to be able to get their hands on more drugs. And it even says in these studies that the third connection, the one that I just stated, between drugs and violence, that may believe explains much of the youth homicide in several large cities that drove the great increases in youth homicide during the 1980s and early 1990s. Although some studies fail to support the idea of strong relationships between gang-related homicide and drug trafficking, others have concluded that drug trafficking is directly related to homicide through the drug market wars, and indirectly related to homicide by bringing individuals from rival gangs together. So yeah, they have the drug wars, like I said, where they just want to get the drugs there and they want to claim that territory for their own. And as a kid, like I said, you don't know as much. You just told what you are, like, you just told what everybody tells you, that they're like, oh, this is okay, you can do this. And some kids may not have parents, and that's why they're in gangs, but some that do, I mean, I think that the parents just need to keep a closer eye on them. If they notice any activity or any like suspiciousness from their children, that they need to immediately take action. Maybe send them to a psychiatrist, or just move away, keep them away from the gang if they know that it was. Those that don't, I mean, I guess you just have to rely on the police or people that know them. And if like the guy's friends that are in the gang and they're good and they want him to be out of it, I mean, they could tell the police. I mean, I guess, and especially in the 1990s, the children homicide has like increased. So, I mean, it's a pretty big deal. So I think that just keep a close eye on them, look out for them. Yeah.